All right, Tim, great question relative to that kind of L to L motion that we talk about. So in the video, you see me moving the golf club like so, where I'm just back and forth like this. I know that looks really effortless, but through most of the swing here, I'm actually putting a force on this to actually make it flip over, and then I'm actually moving my body at the same time. So I'm actually doing independent movements using the leverage of the shaft to make it work. Is it a way to propel the golf club? It certainly is. But when we talk about what I would want to see relative to the swing would be something different. Before I show you that, I can't do that with my Pro. So now you have an idea that it's an impossible movement to make unless you have leverage. And so even though the leverage on the club was very slight as I was doing that, and it's certainly picking up some energy as I'm turning, I'm distorting it by swinging it. So this is where we get into problems with golf swing, is that you're not swinging the golf club and you're extending the radius. So for the Pro, the only way I can do an L to L is I actually have to wrap it around me. So I actually can't do an L to L because because of the rope, I need the pliability of the movement. So if I was to put that in concert with the club, the L to L now would look like this. That should look a lot different than what I was doing here, where I was just kind of swinging the club around. Now, is this good for maybe loosening up some joints? For sure. I think that's, but we don't want to confuse that as this is an action that we actually do in the golf swing. It's quite the contrary. It's actually expanding away from you. So as the club is falling with gravity, your rotation is actually helping it send itself outward. It's extending away from you. And that's what creates the unique shape of a golf swing. So if I do the L to L motion that I showed you, that I was kind of showing is bad in the swing, it's like that. Yeah, I can hit the ball doing that, but I have there's really no control of the impact. I'm actually putting a leveraging force where it actually scoops up a lot. So it's very difficult to get clean contact. Whereas if I actually do the L to L movement like I would swing my Pro, even if it's a short swing, I feel falling and then rotating, and I'm letting the golf club actually ride the momentum of the motion, and so that creates a very, very different look to it. So hopefully that clarifies some things there. But again, you wouldn't want to swing the golf club like this. You want to learn how to let rotation create extension and let the fall of gravity deliver the golf club down to the ground for you, which is a very unique feel, which is very hard to understand with your golf club until you learn how to swing your Pro. All right, thanks, Tim.